time and again we keep on hearing about the cloudburst happening in the hilly areas like Amarnath, Kedarnath and many others. So what it is that cloudburst so frequently takes place in the hilly areas? Hello and welcome to the In Focus series section of Drishti IAS. I am Aisha Singh, and in today's video we will be discussing about that why cloudburst takes place so frequently in hilly areas, and recently the cloudburst that has happened in Amarnath. So let's see what all we will be discussing in today's video. First we will be looking into what is the news, and then we will know about the Amarnath shrine or the Amarnath cave, the location of Amarnath cave, Amarnath shrine. Then we will know what is cloudburst, the central idea of the news. Why do cloudbursts occur in hilly areas? Consequences of cloudburst, India Meteorological Department, and in the end we will be looking into a prelims MCQ and a mains practice question. This topic is of relevance from General Studies paper 1 and paper 3. Paper 1 Geography and paper 3 Disaster Management. From exam perspective, you need to know that from prelims it is important to know about the location of Amarnath, the clouds which are responsible for cloudburst phenomena, and the ministry to which the IMD is responsible. From mains perspective, it is important to know about the consequences of cloudburst and the process that how cloudburst takes place. So now let's start with the video. Let's see the news. And this news has been taken from the explained section of Indian Express, and it reads as, what are cloudbursts and why they occur more in places like Amarnath? So the central idea of this news is, first, what is cloudburst, and second, why they occur in places like Amarnath, means why they occur in hilly areas. The hilly places are more prone to cloudburst. So first let's see recently the Amarnath Yatra is going on, and the news has come that a cloudburst has happened there, and many people have lost their life, and plus the loss of property has also taken place. So the many news that is surfacing the internet is, Amarnath Yatra resumes after halt of 2 days due to cloudburst tragedy. Amarnath cloudburst, death toll rises to 16, rescue operations on. So if you will see, the key point here is cloudburst. So now let's see the location of Amarnath in India's map. See, Amarnath is present in the Kashmir region. So this is the whole Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh map. So this portion is Ladakh and this portion is Jammu and Kashmir. So this is the portion of Jammu and this is around the portion of Kashmir. So the Amarnath shrine is present in the south of Kashmir region. It means around this place. So if you will see the map, this is the map, and this is Kargil, this is Jammu and Kashmir. So the Amarnath shrine is present here. This is the location of Amarnath shrine. Let's see. Okay, you will be able to see more clearly here. So this is Pahalgaon, this is Baltal, and this is the Amarnath shrine. Amarnath shrine. Okay. So now let's see about the Amarnath shrine. This picture you must have seen many a times. This surfaces on internet always. This is the holy Amarnath cave. So let's see that about Amarnath shrine. Amarnath shrine is present in the Anantnag district of Kashmir. It is one of the major Hindu dhams and the abode of Lord Shiva. The deity to which it belongs is Lord Shiva. It is enshrined in the form of an ice lingam, and if the question comes that in which valley is the Amarnath cave present, then the answer would be, it is Amarnath cave is present in the Lidar valley, and it is 46 kilometers from Pahalgaon and 14 kilometers from Baltal. We'll just see. Look at this map again. See, this is the Amarnath cave, okay, and this is Pahalgaon. So the difference between Pahalgaon and Amarnath is 46 kilometers, while this is Baltal. So the difference between Baltal and Amarnath is 14 kilometers. Okay. Then there are two routes through which one can reach the holy cave of Amarnath. First is from Pahalgaon and the second is from Baltal. Though the Baltal area or the Baltal route is smaller one with 14 kilometers, but still the preferred route among the devotees is the Pahalgaon route. Even though it is of 46 kilometers, but still the devotees prefer the Pahalgaon route, as this is more smooth and more scenic, while the Baltal route is very rough. So now let's see the core idea of the article, that what is cloudburst? What happens in a cloudburst? What is cloudburst? What is the definition of a cloudburst? Which is the cloud which is responsible for cloudburst? What type of cloud is present in cloudburst? We'll just be looking into it. So what is cloudburst? Extreme amount of rain. It means very high precipitation, very high precipitation that happens in a short period. So from these two lines we can take out two things, that when extreme amount of rain means very high precipitation takes place in a very short period of time, then it is accompanied by hail and thunder also at times. So now let's look at the definitions which the Indian Meteorological Department IMD has given about cloudburst, that what specifically is cloudburst. So IMD has said that unexpected precipitation, the unexpected sudden precipitation exceeding 100 mm or 10 centimeter, means sudden precipitation which takes place and which exceeds 100 mm or 10 centimeters per hour. It means in an hour around 10 centimeter of rain should take place over a geological region of approximately 20 to 30 square kilometers. So are you getting these definitions, that every rain which takes place in hilly regions and causes floods is not cloudburst? Cloudburst has some specific criteria, that when these things happens then only it is called cloudburst. So an unexpected or sudden precipitation should take place, that is first. It should be more than 100 mm or 10 centimeter in 1 hour, that is second. And third one is it should be more than geological region of 20 to 30 square kilometers. So these three criteria a rain should follow, then only it will be called cloud burst. So unexpected precipitation more than 100 mm or 10 centimeter, then over geological region of 20 to 30 square kilometers. These 3 points is what makes rain different from cloudburst. So if there is a rain which happens less than 100 mm or 10 centimeter in an hour, then that will not be called a cloudburst, that will be called a rain. So there is difference between rain and cloudburst. So, and cloudburst can also result in floods, one of the features of cloudburst or one of the consequences of cloudburst also. See, what is happening in Amarnath, that whenever it sees that there is rain going on in hilly areas and which has caused floods, every time it's not that is happening only because of cloudburst. Many a times that is not cloudburst and simple heavy precipitation has taken place. So in Amarnath also, the weather scientists have said that the shrine reported 31 mm of rainfall between 4:30 and 6:30 p.m., which does not fit the definition of cloudburst. So what was the definition of cloudburst according to IMD? 31 mm? No, it should be 100 mm or 10 centimeter. It should be more than this in an hour, then only the rain will come in the category of cloudburst. The flash floods could have been triggered due to rainfall in the high reaches of the mountains near the Amarnath cave shrine. So every time it's not that because of cloudburst floods is taking place, because of heavy precipitation also the floods takes place in hilly areas like Amarnath or Kedarnath. So now let's see that why do cloud burst occur in hilly areas. So this is the core reason, that core part that we need to know, that what is the process, that why hilly areas are so prone to cloudburst. Why mainly in hilly areas the cloudburst takes place so frequently, not in plains, even though it takes place in plains, but more frequently in hilly areas. So let's see. See, these are hills. So whenever we go from bottom to up, then this region is usually cold as compared to these regions. The hills are more colder than the plains. So what happens during daytime, this is sun. So whenever the land and the sea, when the sun rays falls on it, they become warm. So when they become warm, what happens is the warmer air settles here, which goes up, which goes in the upper direction from down to up. Now what happens is, this is the cloud which is present here, and how the precipitation takes place. The precipitation takes place with the functioning of the condensation of vapors. So what is condensation? Condensation is when water vapor converts into liquid form. So precipitation takes place because of condensation of water vapor. So when the vapor becomes liquid, then that liquid comes in the form of precipitation. So this is what happens. Okay, so the warmer air goes up, and the water and the cloud which is present here trying to do the precipitation because of the condensation of water vapor. So what will happen, that the droplets which comes down in the form of precipitation will be pressurized by the warm air coming from down. So this warm air which is going in the upper direction will pressurize the cloud, its precipitating droplets, the rain droplets. So because of the pressure that the warmer wind is putting on the droplets will not be able to come down in the form of precipitation. So the cloud will hold the droplets with itself, and with this process, the cloud will become more dense, because the droplets are not able to come down because of the pressure put up by the warmer winds. So these droplets will become more dense. The water will keep on collecting in it, and the droplets will become bigger in size, will be more denser. So what will happen after a certain period of time, that the cloud will keep on becoming more dense and more dense, and the water droplets will keep on becoming more big in size. They will keep on holding the amount of liquid it can with them. Then after a certain period of time, a time will come when the saturation limit of the cloud will be over, and suddenly the water droplets will come down in the form of very heavy precipitation. It will be very heavy in nature. This is how the cloud burst takes place. After the saturation limit will be over, the bigger droplet particles, the denser droplet particles will come down in very heavy form. So these droplets which were keep on getting getting denser and more bigger in size will come down in very heavy precipitation form. Are you people getting? See, the droplets which were getting denser and bigger in size because of the pressure which was put by the warmer air on them. So what happened when the saturation limit will come, the end saturation limit, then these heavy particles will come down in the form of very heavy rain. That is called cloud burst. And the cloud which takes part in cloud burst is cumulonimbus cloud. Is cumulonimbus cloud. So cumulonimbus cloud is made up of how many clouds? It is made up of two types of cloud. First is cumulo, second is nimbus. Cumulus cloud is a cotton-like cloud, and it is very whitish in color, while the nimbus cloud is blackish or gray in color. So it is made up of two different types of cloud. So cumulonimbus cloud takes part in cloud burst. Very important fact from prelims perspective. So let's read that what happens in cloudburst. See, cloudburst occur in mountainous zones because of terrain and elevation. See, because of terrain and elevation. The orographic phenomena. No, this is not. This is the side. The orographic phenomena. I'll just rub it and write it again. Orographic phenomena means the mountain range phenomena, the higher mountain ranges. It happens on the higher mountain ranges. So in hilly areas, saturated clouds ready to condense into rain but cannot produce rain because the upward movement of the very warm current of air. So the warm air is going up and is not allowing the droplets to come down. So what will happen? Instead of falling downward, the raindrops are carried upward by the air current. So the air current, the warm air is not allowing the droplets to come down. New drops are formed and the existing raindrops increases in size because the raindrop is not able to come down. So from small raindrop, it will keep on becoming bigger and bigger in size and more denser. So raindrops become too heavy for the cloud to hold on, and after the ultimate level of saturation reaches, it drops down together in a very quick flash. So features of cloudburst are, it happens for a very short period of time. The precipitation is extremely heavy. So this is what is the phenomena of cloudburst, that why it happens in the hilly region more frequently, because of the orographic range and because of the hilly region and terrain. And this cloud which takes part in the cloudburst is the cumulonimbus cloud. Important fact from prelims perspective. Now let's see what are the consequences of cloudburst. First and foremost is flash floods. This is floods. What is floods? When excess amount of water comes in any area and it causes loss of property, that is floods. See what happens. See, this is a hill. What happens is when a cloudburst takes place, there will be very heavy rain. So what happens is when very heavy rain precipitation will take place, then all this water from the hills will come down, and when it is coming from hills, it means from a upper range to a lower range, from this area to this area. Then because of the slide, because of the slope, the speed of the water will be very high. It will be very dangerous for the property. That is why floods causes the floods which is caused by the cloudburst causes a extreme loss of life plus the extreme loss of property also. Then come the landslides. Okay, landslides is because of the cloudburst, because of such heavy precipitation that takes place within the cloudburst, the land slides down. Even if you will look at the words properly, then you will come to, many a times you will be able to understand the meaning of the word. So the land slides down. You see this picture, the land is sliding down. Then comes the mud flows. This is mud flow. Then land caving. The land becomes hollow in between and a cave is created in it. So these are the consequences of cloudburst. Cloudburst is very harsh in nature and it causes a huge loss to property and life. Then after consequences, we will learn about India Meteorological Department, that is IMD. IMD was established in 1875 and it is the agency of the Ministry of Earth Science. Very important fact. if the question comes that IMD is responsible to which ministry, or IMD works under which ministry, or IMD comes under which ministry, then this answer is IMD works under, or IMD is the agency, or IMD is responsible to the Ministry of Earth Science. Then IMD headquarters is situated in New Delhi, and Indian Meteorological Department is responsible for meteorological observations, weather forecasting and seismology. So that is what we have studied about Amarnath Shrine, the location of Amarnath Shrine, then about the cloudburst, consequences of cloudburst, and then about the Indian Meteorological Department. So few of the facts that you need to remember is mains perspective, consequences and the process of cloudburst; prelims perspective, agents to which agency is IMD responsible to, cloud responsible in cloudburst, the cumulonimbus cloud, and the definition of cloudburst given by the IMD, so that you will be able to differentiate between the questions and will be able to mark them right. Now let's look at a prelims MCQ. I've given you a tricky one, little tricky this time. So see, you need to mark the correct statement with regard to cloudburst. First is, all instances of cloudburst involve heavy rain in a short period. Be careful with the word all. All instances of cloudburst involve heavy rain in a short period. And the second one being, again, all instances of heavy rain in a short period are not cloudbursts. So if you will see properly, these are two extreme statements. Both have all. So be very careful while answering this. I think you should read it again because this is a little tricky one. So the codes given are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. So you people need to tell me the answer in the comment section. Be careful while answering this. So this is fine. Now in the end, we will be looking into a mains practice question. Explain cloudburst with recent examples. What are its consequences and mitigation measures? So the command in this question first is explain. Second is what are its consequences and mitigation measures. And there are three parts. First is you need to tell me what is cloudburst and recent examples of it, like the Kedarnath example or the Amarnath example which took place recently. Then about the consequences, and third is the mitigation measures. See, whenever you are writing a question, first thing that you need to keep in mind is the demand of the question or the command which is given in the question. In this it is explain and then what. Then second thing you need to remember is you need to see how many parts are given, how many parts are asked in the question. Like in this, first is cloudburst with recent examples, cloudburst. Second is what are its consequences. Third is the mitigation measures. So these are three parts that you need to answer, and there are two commands. So this is a 10-marker question. Try to write it and do your answer writing practice. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Till we meet next time, keep reading and keep writing.